Right now, across America, thousands of people are buying used luxury SUVs thinking they got the deal of a lifetime. A Mercedes that cost $85,000 new for just $22,000? Sounds perfect until you hit 80,000 miles and discover why the previous owner was so eager to sell. We're counting down 9 luxury SUVs that transform from dream vehicles into financial nightmares the moment the odometer clicks past that magic number. By the time we reach number 1, you'll understand why some of these should come with bankruptcy warnings instead of warranties. Here's the reality nobody talks about in American luxury SUV ownership. These vehicles were engineered to provide 3 years of flawless performance under warranty, then become someone else's problem. You're buying them at the exact moment when every expensive component is about to fail simultaneously. We've analyzed repair data across the United States, and these aren't ordinary maintenance issues. We're talking catastrophic failures that happen like clockwork once these SUVs cross 80,000 miles. Number 1 is so expensive to maintain that some owners just abandon them at repair shops rather than pay the bill. Number 9. Cadillac Escalade. The Cadillac Escalade looks like peak American luxury on the used market. $15,000 to $25,000 for a truck that once ruled every highway. But once these hit 80,000 miles, the real costs begin. The 6.2-liter V8 develops aggressive oil consumption, and GM's active fuel management system destroys lifters and camshafts with alarming consistency. The ticking noise you hear? That's the valve train eating itself, and repairs require tearing down the top of the engine. Then the air suspension fails, usually all 4 corners around the same mileage. But what truly bankrupts owners is the electrical system. The Escalade is packed with modules controlling everything from the suspension to the transmission. When they start failing, the SUV develops bizarre, impossible-to-diagnose behaviors. Your transmission might not shift simply because a random body control module died. Picture buying one in Texas for family road trips. 6 months later, the repair bill for suspension, engine work, and electronics already exceeds what you paid. And number 8 gets even worse. Number 8, BMW X5. Number 8 is the BMW X5, Germany's answer to American luxury SUV demand. Every affluent suburb from Connecticut to California had driveways full of them. You'll find them now for $12,000 to $18,000. The X5 hits you with a triple threat around 80,000 miles. First, the transfer case in BMW's xDrive system develops internal bearing failures. You'll hear grinding noises, then complete failure leaves you stranded. Replacing it means dropping the entire drivetrain. Second, valve cover gaskets. These engines have valve covers tucked under everything, so replacing simple gaskets requires removing half the top of the engine. Oil leaks onto hot exhaust, creating smoke that makes you think the engine's dying. Third, the cooling system uses plastic components that become brittle around 80,000 miles and crack. You're driving through Phoenix when suddenly the temperature spikes and coolant sprays everywhere. These problems never happen one at a time. They hit simultaneously. Picture the real estate agent in Denver who bought an X5 for showing properties. The transfer case grenades on I-70 with clients in the car. She's calling a tow truck while they watch, questioning her judgment. Number 7 gets even more expensive. Number 7, the Audi Q7. At number 7, the Audi Q7 looks like the smart luxury SUV choice. 3 rows, Quattro AWD, German engineering. Used models sell for $15,000 to $22,000 and seem like bargains, till they pass 80,000 miles. Then the complexity hits. The air suspension fails at rates similar to the Escalade, but Audi's system is even more intricate. When it collapses, you're replacing struts, sensors, airlines, and the compressor. The bills stack fast. The Supercharged 3.0T models have another nightmare. The Supercharger buried in the engine's V. When its bearings wear out, you have to tear half the engine apart. While you're in there, shops recommend doing the water pump, thermostats, and seals, adding thousands. Meanwhile, the transmission's Mechatronic unit, the brain that controls shifting, commonly fails. That puts the Q7 into limp mode or prevents shifting entirely, and fixing it requires dropping the entire transmission. What destroys Q7 owners is the cascade. You fix one system, another dies weeks later. Air suspension this month, Supercharger next month, transmission after that. You're always paying and never catching up. Buy one in Chicago for $18,000 and by month 6 you may have spent more on repairs than on the SUV itself. And number 6 is even worse. Number 6, Mercedes-Benz ML Class. Number 6 is the Mercedes ML Class. Once the symbol of American luxury SUVs, now a financial trap at 80,000 miles. You can find them for $10,000 to $18,000, but the real problems start the moment the odometer crosses that line. The M272 V6 suffers from catastrophic balance shaft failure. The weak gear driving it wears out early, the teeth strip, and metal debris circulates through the engine. a light rattle quickly becomes complete engine failure. Then the air suspension goes. Struts leak, compressors die, and some models combine it with ABC suspension, doubling the repair cost. It's common to see these MLs sagging overnight. Electronics add chaos, lane keeping, blind spot, adaptive cruise, all start throwing warnings. Each warning means another expensive sensor or module. The 7-speed transmission isn't safe either. The conductor plate fails, causing harsh shifts or refusing to change gears, and repairing it requires dropping the entire transmission. With many parts being dealer-only, repairs cost far more than the SUV is worth. Imagine buying one for $16,000 and months later facing engine failure, suspension collapse, and a failing transmission. You're left with a luxury SUV you can't drive. And payments you still owe. Number 5, even worse. Number 5, Volkswagen Touareg. At number 5, the Touareg was VW's attempt to prove they could build serious luxury. It shared its platform with the Porsche Cayenne and Audi Q7, but Americans could buy it for less. Used examples sit around $8,000 to $15,000 now. The Touareg punishes owners with air suspension failures worse than previous entries. VW's system is incredibly complex with multiple sensors and control modules. When components fail around 80,000 miles, diagnosing which part caused the problem becomes expensive guesswork. Shops replace components systematically until they find the culprit. The V8 models have timing chains at the back of the engine. Engineering insanity. When chain guides wear out, you're looking at engine out service. VW engines from this era leak oil from every possible seal, leaving permanent stains wherever you park. But here's the killer. Parts availability. VW didn't sell many Touaregs in America, so parts are scarce. Many components take weeks to arrive from Germany. Your Touareg sits at the shop waiting while you pay for rentals. The electronics are vintage Volkswagen nightmares. Your Touareg might refuse to start because one sensor thinks a door is open. The climate control might blow full heat in summer. Tracking down electrical gremlins requires VW-specific diagnostic software. Picture buying this in Phoenix for $12,000. Air suspension fails in month 2. Timing chain rattles in month 4. By month 6, you've discovered the nearest VW specialist is 40 miles away, parts take forever, and you've exceeded the purchase price in repairs. The top 4 make the Touareg look affordable. Number 4. Porsche Cayenne. Number 4 brings us to Porsche. Racing excellence meets SUV reality. The first-generation Cayenne brought Porsche into the SUV market. You'll find them for $12,000 to $22,000 now, still carrying that Stuttgart crest. What kills Cayenne owners? Plastic coolant pipes in an engine bay hot enough to bake cookies. These pipes crack without warning, spraying coolant and causing instant overheating. Accessing them requires removing most of the front of the vehicle, and this is Porsche. Labor rates start where luxury brands end. The air suspension is Porsche's interpretation of the same failing system, but with Porsche pricing. When it fails around 80,000 miles, you're looking at Porsche parts prices that make other luxury brands seem reasonable. Some owners convert to coil springs just to escape the expense. Transfer case and differential issues plague these SUVs. Porsche's all-wheel drive is sophisticated but fragile. The transfer case develops bearing failures, the rear differential winds, and you're facing drivetrain repairs, requiring specialized Porsche tools. Here's what destroys owners. Everything costs Porsche money. An oil change runs $300 to $400. Brake jobs cost what some pay for monthly rent. Parts are dealer-only for many items. Think about the entrepreneur in LA who bought a Cayenne for $18,000. 6 months past 80,000 miles, coolant pipes failed, air suspension collapsed, transfer case started making noise. 3 problems, 1 massive bill. The Cayenne sits at the specialist while he drives a rental, doing math on whether to cut his losses. The final 3 are the most expensive mistakes. Number 3, Land Rover LR3. At number 3, we enter true nightmare territory with Land Rover's LR3 and LR4. These represented British luxury and off-road capability. You'll find them for $10,000 to $20,000 now, looking rugged. The LR3 and LR4 have sophisticated terrain response systems with multiple air suspension modes, locking differentials, and electronic terrain management. When this fails around 80,000 miles, you're diagnosing height sensors, compressors, distribution blocks, control modules, and struts. The system is so complex that specialists sometimes replace parts until they solve the problem. The engines are peak British disaster. The 4.4-liter V8 has timing chains where plastic guides disintegrate. The 5.0-liter Supercharged V8 has all the problems we discussed earlier. Water pumps fail catastrophically, cooling system repairs become annual events, oil leaks from every seal. The electrical system has more modules than some aircraft. When they fail, bizarre symptoms appear. Your LR4 might think it's in park when it's in drive. The terrain response might engage sand mode on the highway. Each symptom requires hours of diagnostic time, and fixes often involve expensive modules. Here's the trap. Annual service at a Land Rover dealer can run serious money. That's just routine maintenance. When major systems fail, individual repairs exceed 5 figures, and these repairs cluster around 80,000 to 100,000 miles they're coordinated. Parts availability is brutal. Many components are UK only, taking weeks to arrive. Your LR4 sits accumulating storage fees while waiting for parts from England. Think about the family in Boston who bought an LR4 for $18,000. Air suspension failed first. Timing chains rattled 2 months later. Then parking brake module died, terrain response malfunctioned, engine developed leaks. 6 months in, they've spent more than the purchase price on repairs with no end in sight. But the worst is coming. Number 2, Range Rover Sport. Number 2 is the Range Rover Sport from 2006 to 2013. These sold for $60,000 to $80,000 new, and you'll find them now for $15,000 to $25,000. Still turning heads. Everything wrong with the LR4 applies here, but worse. The air suspension is more complex, engines more stressed, electronics more sophisticated. Built when Ford owned Land Rover and was cutting costs, cheap components and expensive packages fail simultaneously around 80,000 miles. The supercharged V8s are magnificent when working, catastrophic when failing. Timing chain guides, supercharger bearings, water pumps, thermostats, all the greatest hits. The transmission develops valve body failures, torque converter shudder, complete mechatronic failures. The electrical system reaches peak British complexity. Warning lights for systems you didn't know existed. Air suspension might fault in raised mode, leaving you driving like a monster truck. Navigation crashes requiring module replacement. Parking sensors beep constantly. Every warning light represents potential 4-figure repairs. Here's what makes the Range Rover Sport uniquely destructive. Depreciation combined with repair costs. A $75,000 Range Rover Sport becomes $20,000 used in 6 years, but repair costs remain at $75,000 vehicle levels. You're paying premium repair bills on a depreciated asset. The American ownership experience is constant anxiety. Every drive is a countdown to the next failure. You start avoiding highways because braking down at speed is dangerous and humiliating. Picture the executive in Florida who bought one for $22,000. Air suspension failed at 82,000 miles. Supercharger made noise at 85,000. Transmission shuddered at 88,000. In 1 year, he spent serious money on repairs. The Range Rover has 6 warning lights now, and the latest estimate exceeds everything previous combined. And now, the absolute worst. Number 1, Mercedes-Benz GL Class. Number 1 is the Mercedes GL Class, the ultimate American family luxury SUV that becomes the ultimate financial destroyer. Mercedes positioned this as the S-Class of SUVs. 3 rows, opulent interior, commanding presence. They sold for $65,000 to $85,000 new. You'll find them for $12,000 to $22,000 now. The GL Class is the perfect storm of every luxury SUV failure happening simultaneously with Mercedes pricing. Start with air suspension. Mercedes Airmatic struts, compressor, distribution system, sensors, modules. The GL is massive and heavy, so the suspension works harder. Failure rates around 80,000 miles approach certainty. The engines offer a choice of catastrophes. The M272 V6 has balance shaft failures. The M273 V8 has balance shaft issues plus timing chains. The diesel BlueTech seems reliable initially, then emission systems fail. Diesel particulate filters, CR catalytic converters, DEF injectors, NOx sensors. Each component costs serious money, failing in sequence. The GL's ultimate weapon is the 4MATIC all-wheel drive combined with the 7-speed automatic. The transmission develops conductor plate failures, valve body issues, torque converter problems. The transfer case develops bearing failures. When both systems fail around 80,000 miles, you're facing massive combined repairs. The electrical system is Mercedes at peak complexity. Active curve, attention assist, Distronic, active blind spot, active lane keeping. The GL came loaded with systems now failing across the board. When these malfunction, your dashboard becomes a light show. The GL might refuse to start because one sensor thinks a door is open. Parts pricing represents peak Mercedes expense. Air struts cost multiples of alternatives, if alternatives even exist. Electronic modules are dealer-only, running thousands each. Even routine items like spark plugs and air filters cost double or triple domestic vehicles. Here's what makes the GL the ultimate nightmare. The cascade failure effect reaches its peak. Air suspension fails, you fix it. 2 months later, transmission slips, you fix it. 1 month later, balance shaft strips, you fix it. 2 weeks later, emissions throw codes. You never escape the repair cycle because components fail faster than you can fix them. The American GL trap is you bought it for family utility. 3 rows for kids, grandparents, road trips. Now you can't use it because it's constantly at the shop. You're renting minivans for family trips while your GL awaits parts. Think about the airline pilot in Atlanta who bought a GL 450 for $20,000. Perfect for his family of 5. At 83,000 miles, air suspension failed. At 86,000 miles, transmission died. At 89,000 miles, balance shaft stripped. Complete engine replacement recommended. He's 1 year in facing repairs exceeding the vehicle's current value. Mercedes just called with more bad news. Transfer case making noise, emissions need attention. He's in his driveway staring at this GL, doing calculations, realizing he's trapped. Can't afford to fix it, can't sell it at massive loss, can't keep making payments on a dead vehicle. That's why the GL class is number 1. It combines every luxury SUV failure mode, happens exactly at 80,000 miles, costs more to fix than it's worth, and traps American families in nightmares they never saw coming. These 9 luxury SUVs reveal the truth about American used luxury ownership. You're not buying 3-year-old luxury, you're buying 3-year-old problems manufacturers engineered to appear just outside warranty periods. The original owners enjoyed flawless performance while leasing, then handed the vehicles back. You bought the ticking time bomb thinking you got a deal. The math never works. A luxury SUV that cost $80,000 new doesn't become affordable at $18,000 used. The repair costs remain at $80,000 vehicle levels, while value plummets. American families fall into this trap thinking German or British engineering means reliability, but that engineering was optimized for 3 years of leased life, not 10 years of ownership. The worst part? The used luxury market is designed to trap uninformed buyers. Dealers know expensive problems are coming, but disclosure laws don't require warnings. The cycle continues with each buyer inheriting the previous owner's nightmare. 9 luxury SUVs that go from dream vehicles to financial nightmares the moment they cross 80,000 miles. From Cadillac Escalades with failing air suspension to Mercedes GL-class catastrophes, these represent billions in American consumer losses to the used luxury vehicle trap. If this opened your eyes to the reality of used luxury SUV ownership, smash that like button right now. Which one shocked you most, or are you currently living this nightmare? Drop the model and your story in the comments below. Your experience might save another American family from the same mistake. Subscribe so you don't fall into these expensive traps. Hit that bell because our next video covers the reliable SUVs you should buy instead. Vehicles that'll actually last past 80,000 miles without bankrupting you. Thanks for watching, and remember, the cheapest luxury SUV is the one you don't buy.